Welcome back to Quite Frankly. Since being drafted 13th overall out of Michigan in 1994, he's played for 5 teams in the NBA. Now, all he's looking for is another chance to play for an NBA championship before his otherwise successful career comes to an end. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from your New York Knicks, Mr. Jalen Rose. What's up, baby? We got to just start this out the right way, Jay. You know you my man. You know how much love I have for you. We've known each other for years, so I can be straight with you. What the hell is going on with the New York Knicks? What has happened to this team?
We're just not getting it done. We didn't get it done all season. Obviously, I can't talk about what happened from the beginning of the year because I wasn't here. But, you know, we're going to the lottery, and unlike other lottery teams like Minnesota or Boston, we're not going quietly. We found ways to make headlines other than for how we play on the court, and it's kind of created a disappointing season.
When you look at this team right now, you look at the level of talent that this team possesses. Some people say you don't have much talent. I'm one of those who disagree. I think you've got talent, which means it makes absolutely no sense why this team has been this bad this year. What do you attribute it to?
Well, first off, we are a very talented team. If you look at our roster from top to bottom, I even did our roster trades on NBA Live, and we're 90+ on NBA Live. So we got talent, but...
So y'all wanted something.
Exactly.
Right.
But in all honesty, our team wasn't formatted like this all season. We just got Steve Francis, we just got myself, and we got a whole host of other guys that are real talented players. Jamal Crawford's coming into his own NBA Player of the Week. Stephon Marbury has definitely been an all-star in this league. Eddie Curry is a young emerging center. We got some great rookies on our team. We just haven't gelled. We got a Hall of Fame coach. We got a Hall of Fame GM. I mean, we just got to get it done.
Listen, what I'm trying to say, see, this is what I'm trying to say. For those of y'all who don't know, he's smooth, y'all. He's really, really smooth. But still in all, Jalen, you just finished praising everybody on the team. You praised your Hall of Fame coach. You praised your Hall of Fame president of basketball operations. But the record is 22-55. You have listen. You're a guy that's going to be doing TV someday in the near future. In order to do that, you got to give it to us real.
Absolutely.
What the hell is wrong?
We're not getting it done. In your words, we stink. About the bottom line, we didn't get it done this year.
Why do you stink when you have that much talent? What is it? How are you getting along with Coach Brown? Players, Coach Brown don't seem on the same page at all. Is that the reason?
When you're not winning, all of the cliches work. You know, the players don't care. The coach is not getting it done. The players suck. We're overrated, we're underrated. When you lose and all of the cliches work, the bottom line is everything that could go wrong this season has gone wrong. And you look at the score at the end of all of our games, obviously we've been coming up short. We've been definitely a disappointment to all the New York fans and the Knicks faithful and to the Garden and things of that nature. But I feel like if you brought this team back in a training camp from 1 through 15, we would really put in some work starting off next season.
If you were the president of basketball operations for this franchise, watching the way this season has pushed forward, would you bring everybody back?
To be honest with you, probably going to be a couple of changes just because that's how it is in sports. See, people talk about changes on the Knicks, but it's going to be changes on all teams. Right. But it's more evident when you're in New York. But it's probably going to be a couple of guys that, you know, come and go because of the situation. Jalen. But the core group of guys, I'll bring these core group of guys and go to war with them. I'm telling you.
Right.
Because, we got a squad.
Because Jalen, check this out. How long you've known me, Jalen?
Too long.
All right. Now, I just asked you a question, and you said a lot. You didn't answer my question. Would you bring this team back? If you were the president of basketball operations, would you bring this team back?
1 through 15, no. There are going to be 1 or 2 possible changes.
1 through 10?
Yes.
1 through 10?
The core group of our team, I really believe, will be back. I mean, you see and hear a lot of stuff said and written, but the core group of this team has to go through training camp together, has to start off together at the end of October, beginning of November with a clean slate, and I'm telling you, we will make the New York Knicks faithful proud. Mark it down, take a picture, get a calendar, all of that.
Hold on. Q Richardson's your teammate.
Yes, he is.
There's a quote from Q Richardson dated April 5th.
That was the other day.
April 5th, just the other day. That's right. Quote, I played for the Clippers, and we were bad. But I've been around nothing like this. I've never lost games like this where it seems we don't care. I can't even explain it. I know I've had a horrible season, but I come out and play hard, and you can tell I want to win, and I care about the way we're losing in the whole situation. I just feel bad where you don't feel like the whole team feels the same way.
I love Quentin Richardson. That's my boy. But he did say two prophetic things in that statement.
Please educate me.
One of them was that he's having a horrible season. The other thing is that he's playing for the he played for the Clippers, which means that he understands what it's like to go through trials and tribulation. It just seems like worse when you're going through it again. And the bottom line is we didn't get it done. There's no excuses. And some of what he says has to be true, because anytime you're going through a lottery season and your team, you know, has 20 wins or so, after there's a team like Detroit out there with 60 plus, it doesn't look good. And New York deserves better, and we're going to get New York better.
Man, I got to listen. Oh, stop it. Just stop it. I'm calling ESPN tonight. We gonna hire you the minute you retire. We should hire you. But since you brought up names, and I brought up names with Q Richardson as well, let's just go down the line. Stephon Marbury sat in that very same seat. Sure, he wouldn't do it again because he's not too happy with me these days. We understand. But Stephon Marbury sat in that very chair, and we talked about him, the self-proclaimed best point guard in the NBA. Clearly, listen, no, we're not going to diss Stephon Marbury. He can play, but the problem is that there have been many people, including those within inside the Knicks organization, that points to his leadership ability or lack thereof as being the core problem of this franchise. Can you elaborate on that?
I'm here to tell Knicks fans, if you're looking for Stephon Marbury to be the core problem of why we're not winning, you're wrong. I mean, here's a guy that's averaged 20 points and 8 assists. The only other guy that's done that for his career is Oscar Robertson. So he can play a little bit.
Oh, we know he can play.
Right.
We talk about leadership.
Right, exactly.
Nobody's questioning this time. We talk about leadership.
So when you talk leadership, that's 1 through 15. You know, Michael Jordan was a great leader, but he didn't stop Dennis Rodman from coming late and having earrings in his nose and
but he made sure Dennis rebounded.
When Dennis wanted to rebound, Dennis rebounded.
Well, evidently Dennis wanted to rebound a lot.
But my point being is we're professional athletes, and at the end of the day, we police each other as much as we police ourselves. And a lot of guys aren't as willing to sacrifice for a loser as they are for a winner. See, when you're not getting it done, the bandwagon is empty. But every time something's going positive for your favor, guys are more willing to work. And unfortunately, we started off as having a bad season.
But here's the problem with your explanation, and it was astute and very eloquent, and you deserve a boatload of credit for that, Jalen. But still in all, you've played for the Indiana Pacers. You went to the NBA Finals.
Yes.
You're talking about a point guard who I love personally and I've known for years, but he's never been out of the first round. And every place he's left, the team has gotten better after his departure. So what you just finished explaining to us, we really would feel like you can't relate to the career of a Stephon Marbury because the stats, the records don't prove that, you know what, he's really proven anything other than the fact that he can put up decent numbers.
If you notice, the NBA has changed. It's not such thing as 1 or 2 man teams that are going to beat you nowadays. The teams that are winning and having success, they got a multitude of guys that are getting it done. Look at Detroit. Look at San Antonio.
What about L.A.?
Look at Phoenix.
What about L.A.?
L.A. is barely hanging on by a respirator. If Kobe twists his ankle, they're done. They're done. So when you talk all of those teams and you talk a guy like Stephon Marbury, you said the programs, the organizations. Well, those organizations that he left, none of them have won the championship. So are we talking about getting over the hump and winning 1 or 2 playoff series? Or are we talking about winning a championship? So hopefully he can bring that.
We're talking about improvement. How about that?
Well, when you talk improvement, that could be 1 game.
Okay.
When you talk improvement, that could be 1 game.
You know I ain't talking 1 game.
And you know some lovable losers in this league too.
That's true.
And I really think that he's competitive and he wants to win and he wants to show New York that he can get it done here.
Oh man, you ain't going anywhere, Stephen A. Smith. Quite frankly, I'm in the house with my man Knicks swingman Jalen Rose. When I come back, we're going to talk about how Jalen thinks the playoffs are going to play out. You'll be interested in hearing what the man has to say. Listen to him. Of course you're interested. We'll be back in a minute. Don't touch that dial.